Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Floyd Humphreys at floydhumphreys.com. And today I just want to talk a little bit about keeping your list clean. Now, if you go in your LiveGood back office and you click on my referrals, you will see the people that have taken your free tour. And it tells you their name and what country they're from and their email address. But I'm gonna blur that stuff out so that, and then actually over here it would even show their phone number, but I reduced the screen size so you can't see it. So I just want to show you the part here. Member, retail customer, it tells you what type they are. It tells you whether they're an affiliate or not, and it tells you their status. Now, this one here says inactive fraud. Now, some of them will just say inactive. Most of them will say active, or some will say opt out if they're a pre-enrollee. And I've got 48 pages of these, and there's 20 to a page. So I've got nearly 1,000. I got 945 people in my referrals. Okay, so some of them are members and some of them are just pre-enrollees, and so the list is updated by the company, and so you need to check it. Now, you should have a list. There's two types of people that don't have a list: the people who think they know it all, and so they don't need one, and the people who aren't serious about the business. But if you want to grow any online or internet business, you have to have a way to keep in touch with your people. Now, I don't contact my pre-enrollees because the company does an excellent job of that. And so they have a high conversion rate. They say they get 30%. I don't get that high, but some people do. But anyway, so I want to be able to tell my people when I discover a new trick or something that works or something that doesn't work. And I want to be able to tell my people anything that I find out that can help them to grow their business faster, easier, whatever, And so anyway, what happens is, another thing about looking at your list of referrals often is that you have people that quit. And so if they quit, they'll just be inactive. Now, maybe their card just declined and they'll only be active for a day or two or however long. I don't know how long the company allows people to fix that if their card declines, but the obvious way to fix that is to save 2 months, get 2 months for free, and just pay it a year at a time. So if you pay it a year at a time, instead of being $10 a month, it's only $100 for 12 months. So you get 2 months for free. And then every time you log in, it tells you, when your expiration date is. So, you got all year long to make sure your card don't decline and make sure you don't forget. So anyway, keep your list clean. Now, I've got a couple other videos where I talk about lists and that, but one thing you need to do if you're going to have a list for your people is don't use your Gmail or your Yahoo or your Hotmail or your Proton Mail or whatever kind of mail like that. Use your own domain name. Now, it doesn't have to be your real name .com like I use, but whatever domain you use, that's what email address you want to use. In other words, it might be newsletter at blah blah blah.com, or it might be your name at blah blah blah.com, or you can create any email address you want, and you can get I'll leave a link where you can get not domain names. You can get cheap domain names at name.com. They're like $10 for a year. but I mean for hosting, because you need a host and you need to get a PHP list or some other kind of a mass mailer that allows people to subscribe and unsubscribe and keeps track of the bounces and all that, so that you never get tagged as a spammer, and your email always goes to the inbox and never to the spam folder. And you can do that easy enough, because when you're using a domain name like your name at blah blah blah.com, then when you get somebody on the very day that they become a member, when they upgrade from pre-enrollee to member, that's when you send them a welcome letter, and you send that from your name at blah blah blah.com. That's your clean email address. You don't use it to send it to Joe or Fred or Bill or anybody like that. You use this only for the business. You don't use it for anything else, because all of the email companies out there, all of them, they keep track of your DMARC, and they keep track of everything. So when you first email somebody, welcome to LiveGood, boom, you know with 100% certainty that they're going to open that, even if it went to their spam folder. And that's beautiful, because already you have 100% open rate. Your email list, your email address is like God. It is carte blanche. It's everything. So you don't ever want to screw that up. So when you don't use this email address for anything else, ever. And so you only use it to email your people. Now, sometimes those people will email you back, and if they do, that's even better, because then it further increases your credibility with all the email companies and all the web hosts and everything else. So what happens is this email just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and you keep it clean. If somebody quits, you pull their name off of the email list. You don't want to be sending email to anybody that doesn't want it. Now, if they unsubscribe, then the computer will automatically take them off, and that's fine. But sometimes they don't unsubscribe, and then they just become inactive, or they quit, or whatever they do. But they don't want to keep getting your emails. And if they keep getting them, after a while they get pissed off, and they just report you as fraud or spam or whatever. And then you're you lose your 100% wonderfulness rating. So you don't ever want that to happen. So anyway, what happens is, and you need a list even if you only got one name on it, even if you've only got one person in your downline that wants your email, because it will build. I mean, that's what you're doing, is building this business, right? I mean, I have personally enrolled 89. So, I'm getting up to where I'm starting to look at a higher rank. I'm a gold now. So anyway, what happens is you want this email list to be clean, and then everybody that's successful in internet marketing or network marketing or like that, online marketing, they have a list, and if they don't, then they're leaving a lot of money on the table, put it that way. Now, you might be on some people's lists already, and you wonder how their email always goes to your inbox. Well, it's because you read it. It's because you open it. It's because, you're interested in that. If you're not, then you unsubscribe. And that's the way it is. And so if you keep your list clean, you will never be reported as spam. Now, if you've got 1,000 or more, let's say you've got a lot of subscribers and they're all happy and that, and somebody does report you for fraud or being a spammer, it doesn't knock you off the ladder, because you've got such a high rating that one little pud, trying to hurt you doesn't hurt you, because your rating is just outstanding. And so if you have 1,000 people that say you're wonderful and one comes along and says you're not, well, then that doesn't mean anything. Now, if you have 1,000 that say you're a pud, then you probably are a pud, So anyway, that's that, and that's about all I got on this, and I hope you got something out of it. You're welcome to contact me anytime about any of this stuff, and I've got other videos that talk about it, and so you can subscribe to my channel if you want. If you got anything out of it, you can click thumbs up, and other than that, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thanks.